Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Sunday morning. Interestingly enough, yesterday at the end of last night's stream, I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to stream on Sunday unless I wake up really early and get my shit together, because basically during the afternoon, the whole afternoon block and night block here, I'm going to be busy on a Sunday. So I actually did wake up early, and I'm here. I woke up at around like 7 o'clock for some reason. And then I lazily got ready for the next like 3 hours. So we're here. I should be able to play for a bit. I want to say like we'll be here, I don't want to jinx it, but like 2 or 3 hours. And then we'll call it a Sunday stream. So we're going to start chapter 5 here of... what's this game called? Ace Attorney. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, in fact. That's what it's called. Now, we beat chapter 4. It almost felt like a fake out, almost, because it ended the game. It literally was like the game acted as if that was it. It acted as if we were done. I'm trying to adjust my audio. I'm gonna turn it up a bit. And then turn this down a bit. So, a little strange. I don't know if that means it's like an actual fake out, or if this last chapter, I guess I call them episodes. I keep saying chapter, but episode 5, I don't know if it's like an actual fake out or if it's just like a bonus thing. Because when you click into it, or at least with the title card looking tile thing, it looked as if it was other characters, maybe? Rise from the ashes. Or maybe I just have no idea what I'm talking about. That's also a possibility. Let's be honest. Alright, let's load in. What the hell? Action immediately. Holy shit. What is happening? 2 people. What? 2 murders in buildings next to each other? Happening at the same time, maybe? This is too much action for me. Who are you? Oh, shit. Nope. Okay. For some reason, I thought they were going to be different characters. I don't know why. But we got Phoenix here. So it was just a fake out ending? A fake credits roll? I think it was because of the credits roll. I was like, oh, maybe we're going to get, like, new people. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. That girl. Until that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright & Co. law offices. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally. Where have you been? Who is this jabroni? I like her pins, though. Okay, immediately, we have, pins. The bow tie is immediately noticeable. I like the glasses. Some kind of badge ID thing. She's got, like, vials of potions in a pocket for some reason. Okay, just the badge. Okay, where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. Wait, is she replacing Maya? The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here? What, Phoenix can't... Phoenix can't just say, hey, she actually died a while back? Like, it's so awkward to be like, oh, she no longer works here. What a weird thing to say. Phoenix, why are you so weird? So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But... please, you have to help. It's my sister. Oh man, the parallels. They're paralleling. Maya, could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Oh, that's why you got potions and a lab coat? Because of science? Scientific investigator? What a weird occupation. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just, you seem kind of jumpy, or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, God, child. What is with Phoenix and always having children for partners? Seems like it only... I don't know, maybe that's part of his luck system. High school junior and self-styled scientific investigator. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. She's adorable. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case? I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. Suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? How would she know? So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. Looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever need a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Wait, what does that line mean? What? Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Oh, because she was asking if he was Mia. Strange. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But, yeah, when she gets all murdery. When she gets all murdery, I hate her. But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Bummer to end this conversation on, but I gotta go. Goodbye. February 22nd, Detention Center. Visitors room. Wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. What did you not want to raise this year, Understood, ma'am. Oh, whoa. What was that all about? Is she turned around, or does she just have her hair all in front of her face? She, like, pulled it back and revealed a face. I think she's facing away, perspective-wise. How strange. Hi, Lena. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look. I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Oh, she's got badges. She's a lady in uniform. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lena. Lena Skye. Yeah, I could tell you were called Lena by your sister here, and I know her last name. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Is this outfit normal for prosecutors? Strange. Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lena. I mean, they're just like... The parallels are still paralleling. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Yeah, everything. There's something you should know from the start. Which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... Me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you be able to tell me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. The prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. It's so bad. So, you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. It's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Nope. I knows nothing. This chapter is the best chapter mechanic-wise. It was a DLC in the original DS game. Oh. That would make sense for the weird fake-out-like thing at the end of Chapter 4 and why I was so confused. Because at the end of Chapter 4, they roll credits. I was like, oh, is this like a... Are they intentionally doing like a fake-out thing? But that would make sense if it was just a DLC chapter on the DS game. Wait, did the DS support DLC? Am I not getting my Nintendo, like... I guess it would have had to, because you could download games, right, on the DS? Could you download games on the original DS? Now I'm confusing myself. I know you could on the DSi. Wasn't the DSi the first handheld that allowed download like that? Because I didn't think you could straight up... Well... Unless you mean... Did they offer a paid DLC option? I guess the original DS you could download, like... Like free DLC maybe? I don't know. It's not a DLC, sorry. Original game was ported to the 3DS. This is an extra chapter. So this chapter was created way later then? Like, way later? Is that what you're saying? Also, if it's the best chapter mechanic-wise, I'm excited. Because, and I'll probably talk about this more once I finish this game. I think the gameplay in both the... I think my biggest problem with this game is I think there are massive holes and letdowns in the department of gameplay in both the investigations and the trials. Those leave a lot to be desired, in my opinion. I like the stories. I like the actual, like, stories of the trials. I love the characters. But, like, the actual gameplay of everything is disappointing to me. Came out after the second game. Okay, interesting. So then that would make sense. If it came out later, then maybe they've learned some stuff about some gameplay mechanics or wanted to add stuff. Cool. Okay, so Phoenix does not recognize her, which is not surprising because he's a dum-dum. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lena? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident, and I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that too, didn't she? Did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year, and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Oh, she was different. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Oh! Oh! Oh, we're getting a little backstory here, yeah? I'm doing like hand motions, but you can't see them. But just know. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Oh, what a fucking cop-out. What a fucking cop-out game. Cop-out. Intellectually attracted. Lena was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different. Oh, it sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. Credits roll. Chapter 5 ends. Game ends. We're done. But Lena... Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lena, I know. So how can you say you did? So I assume this case is all about, you know, I would assume almost like the last chapter where, like, Edgeworth was so resigned to being like, yeah, I'm fucked. And then we have to be like, no, pull yourself out of the gutter. Why? Like, I'm sure I'm gonna have to learn why she's trying to admit guilt. If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lena. Damn. Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lena's confessed to the crime, yes, but something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. That weird girl's eyes. There's something else going on here. I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that. You know. I just never expected to be, God, I'm, like, distracted. Okay. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... Well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Let's go. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. Oh, God. I have a feeling Emma's just going to be like a goody two-shoes. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to stand out. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? I'm just breaking the rules. You can't let them know. Who is this? Hey there. You're expecting to go unnoticed here, partner. Partner? Oh, it's a cowboy. Who the fuck is this? What is this music? Doo, doo, doo. Oh, this is good. Is he my enemy? What am I gonna do? Let me get a drink of water and then I'll think about what voice I'm gonna give this guy. Can I do like a, howdy partner? Is he like that kind of cowboy guy? I can't do voices. God, that sounded horrible, I must say. I do like this tune though. Okay. Alright, we're gonna commence with the really bad accent, and maybe it'll work itself out as we continue. What do we have here? Looks like, now that sounds like I'm doing a weird Australian thing. I don't know. Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall. What the fuck? Let me see this. First game Marshall and Fish. Oh, this is exactly the part. Oh. It's all full circle. It's all come full circle. This guy is interesting. Is this guy... I'm gonna guess that this is my enemy. This is the competing prosecutor or whatever. All right, look, Marshall looks more like a sheriff to me. Rookie here, Bambina. I know how you feel, but this is my gang's gold strike. See? Strike. This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. I hate that I'm doing this voice. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? Is he drinking on the job? Yeah, head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that a hombre, a friend of yours? Phoenix calling him that is good. Kind of. Sort of, yeah. He's a detective. He thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears. No, my ears. Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer? Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Wallet hastily stuffed into the pocket. Foldable wallet found at the crime scene. There seems to be something inside. Oh, why don't we, look at it? I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. I'm looking. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Oh shit, look at this new gameplay things. It's been so long since I played and watched this chapter, I don't remember anything. The mystery to us all. You get to rotate the wallet. Okay, oh look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of the X button. Yeah, but I can also just move this thing. Oh, I see something in there. There's something in there. Zoom in. Oh, shit. Look at this. Open it up. Who the hell is this? This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. Oh, I'm so excited. We get new mechanics, dude. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with... Oh, this is Phoenix. I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Can't spell Nintendo 3S without 3D. That's true. That is true. That's a good point. Goodman's ID. Okay, so an investigator's ID card found in prosecutor's office crime scene. ID number that. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. Guess I gotta be on my toes from now on. Okay. I know it's a little thing. It's a little thing, but I'm gonna say, and even though it's a dumb little mechanic, it's a little more promising. It's at least something. Because my biggest criticism, as I was talking about earlier, the investigations in this game, in the previous chapters, just devolving into moving around until something new happens, was lame as shit. So if you at least give me something where I have to pick something up out of a scene and then look at it, it's at least something more, instead of just moving around until a new person wants to talk to you. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to look at it as a positive. All right? We look at the positives here today. I don't know if there's anything else here, though. Doesn't look... An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. The drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Okay, the vent isn't a thing. Oh, slide. Oh, there's another part to this whole dang thing. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Oh no. Well, partner, looks like I got no intention of going home quietly. Was he just hanging here this whole time? He's just like off to the side waiting for us to move over. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Ah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, little Philly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for vitals anyway. Vittles? Whatever. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the Prospector's office. Might just find you a cerveza that you like. Cerveza? Prospector's office. Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up... Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Is this still him? Excuse me? Were you two all set? Us? Who is this? Oh, we're just meeting all the fucking characters already. Alright. Okay. Sorry, I just put like what feels like a larger cough drop than normal. Jesus. It makes it hard to speak, I gotta say. What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes. Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. Oh, I like her hat. I think the only old character that appears in this chapter is the judge. Great. I get to still do my, fucking old man voice then. I totally didn't understand the hat thing for a while because when I first looked at her, I thought it was like her earring that's near her hand. I thought it was like a stick thing. And then I just like quickly glanced at the white on her hat. I thought was like part of like a mini umbrella. So I thought she was like holding like a mini umbrella for some reason. Does that make sense? This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No. But you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone, even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, You are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. Thanks. I needed to be reminded that Lena said that. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. Oh, this is Phoenix. Damn it. Fuck. I hate how the game does that sometimes. Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I hope she means it. Great. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who hunt this den of iniquity. Iniquity! That's the word. Their mouth moves when they talk. I know, dude. But I'm not looking up at the portrait when I'm reading out. I'm just trying to read it. I know I'm an idiot. You don't have to point out the reasons I'm an idiot. I just expect, because I've said this before, I'm used to like the Danganronpa way of things. When a character's talking, they immediately get put back onto the screen, right? To like give you the indicator, like, oh, this person's talking. So right there in that instance, like they put Angel on the screen, but then Phoenix started talking. So it was like, oh, well, it can catch me off guard. My brain is trying. Evil ones. Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday? I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the Cough-Up Queen. I'm curious as to what Cough-Up Queen means. Oh, shut up. I don't need the mean. Ew. The most heinous of all the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear. This lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. Yeah. It's like she has a motive for, you know, getting Lena on the books. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I know what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lena Skye wield that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears, and the rhythmic beat of Lena Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lena Skye? Of course, it's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? So strange. Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East, and I put on this stupid hat, and I walk around selling lunches. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. Ew. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's Trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of a Trilobite's flavor. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? The glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyway, guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Ha, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike, and the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. Wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Ugh. Gross. So can I not slide anymore? Oh wait, no, I think I can. Oh no, I can't. Is that just because the cowboy guy was like, nah, you can't look at the evidence, man. No looking at evidence. You ding dong. What happens if I do this? About this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. And you're showing this to me, the lunch lady, why? That's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. I always feel like I'm being mocked. Okay. I guess we do be moving. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wait, what is... okay, interesting. This is the kind of room that just screams I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Goodman, like in Saul Goodman. Look, there's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. Oh, it's Edgeworth! I should have known. Maybe. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course! I'm his biggest fan! My sister introduced us once, and I never washed my hands after. Right. Her sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No! Did I? No! It was just Mr. Wright here, he... Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder. A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. So, the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, It was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean, wait, so you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. What a fangirl. Pathetic. No, that didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too, to think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Oh, I thought it was going to be the Cowboy. I thought I was going to have to face against the Cowboy, but I'm going to face against Edgeworth. Lena Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? I'm jealous because I don't have a fangirl. Yeah? Yeah? So? Oh, here. Behind the scenes, because this is how my brain works. Sometime today, I'm going to send out a tweet. That is a joke tweet, of course. But it's just going to be something along the lines of, why don't I have a fan cam? Where's my fan cam? And that's all it's going to be. That is how my brain works. That is how the jokes are made. So you're getting a little peek behind the scenes, right? Only the best tweets from me. I would love a fangirl, and then I want someone to make a fan cam of me. Somehow. It'd be difficult, but it's got to be done someday. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. Wagging his finger. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? A bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Tell me about that shield. Chief Prosecutor Skye. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Stab someone in the... I would have assumed, like, they stabbed and then put the body in the car and didn't, like, put the body in the car and then stab, but... not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was a knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth's knife, added to the court record. The murder weapon, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, traces of the victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Damn. Come on, can't you take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Alright, I'll examine the shield trophy. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Mumbles of Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? Excuse me. What? So? So that K, K stands for king? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. Although it'd be funny if he did. I would love it the case that, like, he he designed the trophy for himself and he called himself the King of Prosecutors. I don't know. I would like that. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. King of Prosecutors trophy added to the court record. Given to Edgeworth, King of Prosecutors at the police department on the day of the murder. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right? I've never seen him wear it. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. Just getting way too excited about this. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiance? I don't think so. Wait, was Wendy her? Was old hag, whatever the fuck her name was? Is that Wendy? Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mapped knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Do I need to do this? So basically this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? You've been there, haven't you? I mean, where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah? I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? Got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing, a ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and award for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got the shield? I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. Got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub. Record of parking in the prosecutor's office lot. Entered lot at 5:12. I assume that's important because of the car thing. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you'd direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh, fucking who is this? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir. No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edward's lid blow. Mr. Edward's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains, and good luck. Who is this character? This is... Why does he look so out of place? Whatever. Right. Yes, sir? Yeah, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Well, let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. Let's fucking beat it. It's still annoying that I have to, like, walk from place to place like this. I can't just go straight to the police department. It has to be like, no, you gotta go downstairs, and then you gotta go to the police department. That's another one of my complaints about this game. It's a small thing compared to, like, the overarching problems I have with this game. But the annoyance of, like, it was most annoying in the actor trial thing. The Steel Samurai episode. That felt annoying as shit because I was constantly having to go, like, place to place, and, like, the areas in between didn't make sense, like the connections, so I'm constantly, like, going. It was bad, in my opinion. Look at this fucking mascot. February 22nd, police department entrance. Ooh, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. Took almost 30 minutes by taxi, and traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that? Oh, it's perfect. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? He's got his baton in one hand. He's gonna fucking beat me. And then wave the flag around for a successful beating. Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot, and they're failing. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's the next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Oh, great. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well... Oh, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Yeah, very busy. Glad you're here. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutors confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. You thought the cowboy would replace Gumshoe? I mean, your guess was as good as mine. I honestly thought the cowboy guy was gonna be the actual prosecutor guy for me, this chapter. She says she's oh, I read that. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Elena Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically? Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Okay. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe? What did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Why? Why? Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. It is unheard of. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. Made in arts and crafts. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs. I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Badger. Fated to dance until he drops. Oh shit, it's a fucking critical piece of evidence. A work of art designed by the chief of detectives and created by Detective Gumshoe. It has a handprint on the head, but then when you zoom in on it, it doesn't show that for some reason. Very strange. Oh, I thought I was supposed to like come back here for some reason. Okay, so there's not a thing to just examine. Maybe, Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Oh, I was like, why is it showing the ticket thing when I clearly showed the knife?
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Oh, wait, I didn't mean... I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Oh, nice.
He's in a tough spot again.
Again? What do you mean again, Phoenix? You know what he's talking about. Don't be dumb.
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious.
I had no idea who was under the gun.
But anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
Okay. Do I need to go talk to fucking... No, I don't. I thought that would be like the thing, like an unlock to go talk to... God damn it. Fuck. Okay, so I've presented... Let me see what this is.
Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is Detective's ID card. You can't just keep that, you have to turn it into police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time.
Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake.
But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs?
Whoa! Now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So, this ID card belonged to the victim.
He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transfer. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to be the parking lot.
Elena's confessing as much.
And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective...
Shit. Fuck, I did the same thing again. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? Guy in the parking lot?
That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police.
Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something?
No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA.
For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Okay.
Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe.
Dr. Gumshoe's letter of introduction. Allows Bear to investigate the crime scene. Perfect. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere.
Just act like you're supposed to be there. Nobody will look at you twice, pal.
I guess that's the way to handle it. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. Who is this? I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, it's her. I should have known. Oh, still here? Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. What a weird fellow. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime? Cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me? I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I wanted to ask you. Scene of the crime. Cold grave. Oh, I think it's... Okay, so I gotta show him the thing before he's gonna interact with me, I guess. Show him the blue badger. Such a good face. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you. Fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe. Ah, that old cow dog. You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries. This proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me... Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Other buzzwords. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded. Alright, now we go. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think it means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. Hey, death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why I didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here. To this parking lot? So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now,
So how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'll keep an eye out on the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog. Can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with the Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. So strange. Whoop. Slide. Alright, this looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Check it out. Right, let's check it out. Oh shit, it's moving for me. Thanks, game. I'm gonna press the button. Push the blue button. Nice. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright, most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation, you fucking boomer. Whatever. Let's check this phone out. Handy little... Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know? Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. See, the series is as popular as ever with the kids. The fucking youth. Alright, let's press the blue button. It's the Twitter button. This is how you access Twitter on this flip phone. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Beep. Like this. Hey, that song. I know that. Oh, it's Phoenix. God, did the thing again. Hey, what's going on over there? Beep. Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you? Well... Yeah... Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody, right after the crime. Look, last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry. That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Can confirm. If you lie in Texas, even a white lie, you are legally allowed to just get shot. It's scary out here. For all the problems Texas has, one of them is not lying. No one lies in the state. Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman.
Cell phone. Added the court record. Property of Lena Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Alright, we continue to examine here. What is this? This rope, is it? Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him? You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. Just screams I have money to burn. Yeah, I almost said prospector. Prosecutors get the big bucks. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Fuck you, Emma. What a rude thing to say. B block is through there. That's where visitors park. I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance. Hey, you're right. I like the new design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy? Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Alright, it seems like that's all that's here. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall? Yeah, Bambina. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are I almost said prospectors again because the fucking... These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lena Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What are you saying? What? You're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? God, who? Who? Where? I mean, no one's really available except for this guy at the moment.
Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. I mean, never to visit Texas. What about this? My sister's cell phone. Last time I was used was 5:18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call? Why make that call? Okay, I don't feel like there's anything else here. Right? Scanning. Button. Other car. Parking lot thing. Okay. Here, see this? Ah, I've noticed that defense attorneys have a tendency to want to show people things. Is this a behavioral study with lawyers? Okay, that's not gonna fucking help me at all. Aha. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know. No, I won't want you to do that either. Good. Nope, that's not what I was like. Oh boy, now it's getting to that thing where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing now. Let me see. Great. Thanks, Gumshoe. Big fan of your help. The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, the police drama in action. So another thought fails to excite me. Thinks he's a cowboy. Yeah, we already did that. It'd be, a little nice if you were about to present something to someone and then, like, there was some kind of mark on here. Kind of like how they do with the magnifying glass and the check mark over it. If, like, they told you you've already shown them that thing. That would be nice. Ah, fuck. Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? Toy knight, maybe? Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth? You don't like him, right? You don't like him, right? We get the point. You know, when I was a detective, I got one of these. Let me guess. Did it have a K for King of Detectives on it? Hey, they could use the same shield over and over. Note to self, the prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap. You know it. They've gotten cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. What am I doing? What am I doing?
What has not been examined here? Examine. A work desk. It's quite tidy as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Prefer not to have to look at myself while I work. Okay, it's not that. Back to the shield. That's not check marked again for some reason. Okay, fuck. I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. I don't think I'm getting anything here either. I mean, what, where and how? God, I feel like an idiot. He says that he can't. Yeah. Oh, the handprint is there. It's just harder to see. Okay, well. Alright, well, we're stuck. We'll never beat this game. What the hell? I assume... Wait, what? This is a thing now, all of a sudden? Bad gamer? Fuck. I'm sure you... Obviously, don't fucking tell me, but I'm sure if you fucking play this for the first time, you'd be like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. A name and ID number are written here. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. I wonder why they only use a numbers for IDs. What else would they use? Letters, silly. They're the reason we have a written language in the first place. True. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID Yabadab. See? Wouldn't that be better? Yabadab. Y-A-B-A-D-A-B. Well, it does have a certain ring to it. Exactly my point. Tee-hee. Doesn't take much to amuse her. Oh, maybe I need to, like, rotate things then. Let me see. Oh, I can check all of these. This must be the victim's blood, right? Okay, so I thought we would only do this rotatey thing if, like, the game presented it in the first place, but... this must be the victim's... Maybe one of these items has a thing on it, then. Victim's blood, right? Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it up in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Okay. Nothing here. Check. Oh. What is this? Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Guess he must be a foreigner. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Okay. Shield.
Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. If only he was held up at a couple extra red lights, he wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. It just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light.
Alright. Wait a second. Now I'm just thinking. Oh, can I not? What? Why did I think the handprint was gonna be a big thing? But it's just like, it's probably just fucking Gumshoe being bad at arts and crafts. Very upsetting.
Name of deceased, Bruce Goodman, 36 male. Date and time of death, between 4 and 5:30. Cause of death, loss of blood. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found.
Oh, do I do this again?
There's no need to push this again. Oh, what's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing.
Okay. I don't press the button then. Alright, well, I didn't find shit, so... How upsetting. I'm just gonna...
5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red steed came in at a trot, real slow like. A trot? My Madonna tells me the crime occurred 3 minutes later, so it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride in on a bright red horse.
So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Did I already show this? Yeah, I didn't.
Oh, it has some sort of police passport?
This is Detective Goodman's ID card, strangely enough.
We found it a good distance away from the crime scene. Good distance in this rat hole. If you want distance, get yourself to Texas. Texas? This is a tiny little crime scene in a tiny little town with tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas.
There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
Okay. I think we already did this. Yeah. Okay, I literally have, like, nothing else to do. What the fuck? There wouldn't be, like, a thing here. I don't want to have to look it up. Please, game. Did I miss a thing here? Oh, for fuck's sake. I quit video games. It's been a good ride. I quit video games. I'm just quitting. I'm just quitting all video games. No more video games for me. Never playing another video game in my life.
What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right. Let's see. 6, 7S, 12, 2. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth won't know what this means either. Goodman's note, add to the court record. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lena's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? Beep. It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated. Property Lane Sky, last call made to her sister at 5:18. Okay. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Oh no. To be continued. Oh no. Do. Yeah, we can go a little farther. We can go a little longer, I think. Did it save? Oh, okay. February 23rd, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. This guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Oh, she took that to heart. She's like, oh, good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Dude, I fucking swear I was moving the fucking magnifying glass all over that fucking car scene. There's no way in hell. I was looking fucking in the trunk constantly. It's funny that I'm now just upset like a couple minutes later, but still, fuck, dude. Bullshit. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Stop. Nah. I'm the best gamer in the world. February 23rd, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 9. Ah, the good old man is back. Here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lena Sky. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please.
Chief Prosecutor Lena Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime, a professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
Prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen?
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
You ordered the caviar lunch, right?
Ho ho! Caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down there. Wolfing it down.
And for you, I have a Fiesta bowl.
Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession?
And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
What does that mean?
Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Miss Starr was a detective?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up Queen Angel Starr, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Starr.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here? The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. Suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of A block, in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness, and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor.
Parking lot floor plans added to the court record. Parking lot with Edgeworth's car.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright.
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor.
It seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Starr.
Wait, are they talking about me? Witness's account.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend.
when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt.
The key point to your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Great reference.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Alright, here we fucking, let's go to work. Actually, let me press this. This boyfriend, he's the detective?
Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. We'll talk after this, though.
Note to self, the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So, she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
She was in B block. She was in B block.
By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes?
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed, it was.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick.
Yeah, great. We're dealing with Edgeworth here. I need something more substantial than that.
Can you tell us what the suspect was doing when you saw her?
In her right hand. Knife in the right hand. Says no prints, right? Do I just go with this? Do I go with my gut instinct?
The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Fuck you. Unfortunately, I want to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
Alright, well. Or does it just mean no, like, bloody handprints? But, like, what do you mean? No prints. If she says she saw it in the right hand, but then it has no prints on it, I call bullshit. The Charlie Problem ink thumbnail is very good. Thank you. I had a... I don't know. I just had an idea and went with it. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Then she thrust the pointy tip. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
You said that before. Anything else?
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that.
Okay, so I must just have to press. What does this mean? What do you mean?
How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing of a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. If I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well, you may continue, Miss Starr.
Press.
You sensed something.
So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt,
I don't know why I was doing the judge voice.
It felt like, how would you say? Oh, yes. It was like the feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means.
Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim Mr. Bruce Goodman also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
A young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets. A greenhorn.
Then I must be hard. Yellowed and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot I felt something stirring in the back of my mind.
Okay, we already pressed this. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor? So, the defendant was holding a knife. What then?
This is the last thing to press.
Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no?
The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late? Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see. What? So what?
Huh? What? I pressed on everything, right? Through the wire fence.
I mean, I doubt this is it, but like, is it gonna be like, oh, you couldn't see through the fence behind the car thing? Hmm. 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 I guess I should probably save because I'm probably gonna take some hits here. Almost for sure. In my attempts here. I'm on my way to deliver the lunchbox to my boyfriend. I don't know. I'm just gonna try something here. Alright. I do just be trying things. Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I'm really just, I don't know. I don't know. Take me back. Back in time. What am I? What? I'm gonna repress everything. Make sure I... Okay, I definitely remember this. Now I gotta fucking sit through this fucking shit. This is where she says, and you know, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, whatever. It's up on the second level. She was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Did I already try doing this? I mean, that part of the pressing thing where it's like, oh, she was in B block, makes me think that I would have to do something with the map, but like... Damn. What am I fucking missing? Is it something really dumb like this where it's like I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox and it's already like 5 o'clock or something? I'm not gonna get it. I gotta just check. I don't know. I do not know. I can't for the life of me, dude. Okay, it's... Did I not already do this? This guy says to do that. Present prime photo. Wait. Did I not? Did I not press on this? Tell me more about this knife the suspect was carrying. No, we totally did this. What is this guide? Is this guide lying to me? Press angel on this. Press angel on this. By garish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes.
Mr. Edgeworth's?
Yeah, we did this, right? Can always nitpick. Wait, did I have to press in a certain order? Is that... what? Oh, this fucking game. That's so stupid. That's so stupid. We pressed on everything. Frustrating, dude. That is... Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. I'm so fucking pissed. That's so annoying. I pressed on everything. But it's only if I do them in a certain order then. And then come back to this one. Like, if I'm understanding correctly, I had to press on previous messages and then come back to this one and press again to trigger this. That's why when I was looking at the guide there, I was like, wait, I've already done that. I've already done all these things that it was telling me to do. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. This game wants me to hate it. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll
fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
Oh, it's a picture.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunch boxes is rigged with a camera.
I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging around your neck.
Witness? Why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Crime photo added to the court record. The moment of the crime as photographed. Uh-oh, that is unmistakably Lena Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. But in the picture, let me check this one. In this picture, I see no fucking the moment of the crime. Yeah, there's no knife there. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph.
Look at this photograph. Everybody make me laugh.
Sorry, anytime that possibly pops up, I need to do it. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Ahem. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet, it was still stronger than you ever it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photograph.
Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem? Except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Got a better idea? Objection. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves.
What? These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. Press. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? Ah, shit. The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prospector again, damn it, prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr.
This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial is already over. I've gotta think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it. Oh, there she is again. Okay. Oh, shit. Fuck. I fucked up again. Damn it. Oh. Screen shaking a bunch. Okay. So we pressed this already. The rubber gloves prove it. Okay, so either it's gonna be one of two things. Either I gotta do something here about the plan. Or that picture, probably, right? It'd be one of those two things. Either this sentence or that picture, but I don't... I keep running into this fucking thing. Parking lot with Edward's car. I don't know what to do. Let me think. Also, I only just now had a thought. The autopsy report says February 21st. What if this is upside down? That's like a common thing these kinds of games do. So it's like February 21st. So like if you flip the 12-2, you'd flip it and it would be 2/21, February 21st. Which would then mean that is supposed to be like 5L9 or something like that. I don't know what that actually is gonna would actually mean to the case, but the murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. I just gotta try something. I'll just stick both together. I don't think that would be, yeah. I think it's gotta be one thing or the other. Okay, let's go start at the beginning. The picture wouldn't help with this. She is looking through the fence in the picture. I think it's gotta be an item to this statement. The murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it.
This doesn't make much sense. But apparently it's the answer. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? Oh, this is people talking. The bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prospector there. The defendant, Mom, your prosecutors bad people? I skipped a sentence on accident. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lena Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
Seems like a natural conclusion to me. Gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh, oof. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
Order! Order!
Oh, I was missing the orders. This is our first time we got this today. Just a second. Throat, voice giving out on me. Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned, not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. Prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lena Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now, but you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? I think we get a new testimony. Okay, Angel's deduction. Lena Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again.
The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defendants may now cross-examine the witness. Go on. Do it.
Alright. Let's... 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm gonna press on everything. Just because that's clearly what the game wants me to do. You've said that, but you haven't told us how you know. That's what I'm about to tell you, rookie.
I believe what she just said was a mere prelude to the story she's about to tell. Try not to interrupt her again.
Rookie. Never interrupt a storyteller. It's like pulling a bun out of the oven half-baked. Something's half-baked here, alright, and it's you. Try not to confuse the defense witness. They're not very quick on their feet. Now, why did you believe the suspect had intentions to murder the victim? Her actions speak for themselves. You have no proof that Miss Skye called him there. You have no proof that she didn't. There's no rules in here that say a dog can't play basketball.
Mr. Edgeworth, thoughts?
There's no record of a call made on the defendant, Miss Lena Skye's phone. She might have written him a letter. Come on. Could have tried public phone first, at least.
In any case, the victim came to the prosecutor's office, where he was murdered.
I'm sure he had a reason to be there. Witness? Why do you think it was a suspect who summoned the victim that day?
I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim.
Press.
What kind of grudge? Well, I wouldn't know that. Of course you don't. That's because she didn't have a grudge. Rookie. I have a lunchbox here. Now, what's inside? How am I supposed to know? See, we agree there's a lunchbox here, but we don't know what's inside. A person's life is like a lunchbox with pretzels. Don't you agree?
I get it. It's like that movie Forrest Gump. That's why my lunch was so salty.
This judge isn't very good with metaphors. The suspect had a grudge against Detective Goodman. Will you tell us your basis for thinking this? It's simple. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Oh, I already know. God. It said, the thing said one wound, right? Not again and again. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to the loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection?
I was just about to say, that was my doing.
No one noticed.
Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood, but now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify, damn it!
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler? Her red muffler? Yes, like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can be easily hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. Damn. She's right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood?
Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. I'm trying my stand-up comedy.
A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels so much like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. Mr. Wright, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Miss Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. The short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, will it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Great. Okay, so I gotta present something here. Is it that she's not wearing the thing in this picture? Ta-da! Miss Starr,
I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
I love how Edgeworth's just like... It's like this is gonna sound bad, but it's like we're double teaming her, and he's clearly, even though he's the prosecutor in the situation, he's like every time she fucks up, he's very clearly like, oh yeah, you fucked up, like you're a fuck up. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim, and you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life.
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver?
But I was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Knock.
Very well. Witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. M-O-T. Moment of truth. Apprehend the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Dude, when I first saw her character model, I thought it was like a fucking, like I just looked at it quickly, and I thought her earring and then the hat thing was like part of like an umbrella. I had to take like a third look, and then I was like, oh, that's what her hat is. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. See, like in this pose, this was the pose that we first saw her in. It looks as if her earring is like a little stick thing, and then I thought she was just holding like a very dainty, like I wasn't, because I was reading it and it looked like just, I don't know, like an umbrella. I don't know. That's the pose though. That's me, Angel Star. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. Chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. Yeah, basically, a cone of shame. A leopard woman. Rawr. Rawr.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will.
Alright, a lot going on here. Alright, 5 statements. How have I never played Ace Attorney with Colton? That's the thing. That's what I'm trying to rectify or fix. I mean, and here's the thing. I don't know how your opinion's on Ace Attorney, but I'm now, most of the way through this first game, and I think it's so far pretty mid. I think this game has a lot of problems as far as like gameplay goes. I think some of the writing is really fun. I think some of the characters are really fun. But as far as like the actual investigation parts and then these trials actually kind of suck. Like the way they work and function. So I'm hoping like future games, if I'm gonna work through this series, actually have fixed some of my complaints. But I don't know. Part of the driving force of me playing this like, Colton was someone who kept telling me that I should play these, so that was one of the reasons I was like, alright, I'll go ahead and give this a try. It was good in 2008. Gets a lot better next game. Next game is probably my favorite. See, that was always I was curious, like, I was curious if they, like, what changes to the gameplay that, like, presents itself. Because I was like, man, they're gonna have to do something for me to feel better about it. So I'm looking forward to that if it does actually get a lot better. See, that's the thing. In 2008, when this game first came out, I'd assume most people talking so much good stuff about this game, I think it's part nostalgia and part, in 2008, video games are different. We were at a different time. That's my assumptions. Run behind a partition off to her side. A partition. Okay, yeah, there's a partition thing. That's fine. How'd you quickly catch her is my thing. Did she run through the fence? Do you know what, how would... You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. I should press her for more details. Press! Visual novel games are a dime a dozen. Yeah, and I think there's probably, even in, like, the past decade plus, right, like, I think visual novels, I think have innovated a lot and made, like, God, I fucking have done it now probably, like, at least 50% of my parts playing this game, but, like, so I hate to bring it up, but, like, a series that I love a lot, Danganronpa, which is a lot of parallels to this, where there's investigation phases and then there's, like, trial phases. Like, I feel it does a lot better as far as, like, keeping things interesting and trying to make it so that you're not just, like I kept saying, but in this game, the investigations just devolve into you moving room to room and being like, all right, when does something new get told to me? Like, that's all that is. So you just end up walking around until someone talks to you. And then the trials are all just like, all right, I'll press on everything they say, and then I'll hopefully the logic lines up so that I can present some object. But, like, I feel like it could be a bit better. Okay, I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. The Lunchland car was here. She was a visitor. Thus, she was parked in B block. So, you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car. Yes.
Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cough-up queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
Would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? Seems fishy. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remember correctly, or exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word.
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone, discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately? My memory. It's like a salmon, heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. That's a fucking weird metaphor.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 518. I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead. Okay, press again. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Walk, 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 walk. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. I climbed the fence like a fucking ninja.
And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence.
Oh, action shot. Oh, shit. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? But had to use her cell phone instead. Chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. She made to escape? Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a dollop of lard on a pate of foie gras. Foie gras. Huh? She even kicked over an oil drum at me. An oil drum?
There was an oil drum lying on its side at the scene of the crime.
But it's strange.
What's that?
If she wanted to escape, why didn't she run the other way?
The other. The parking lot entrance.
That's right. It doesn't make any sense that she would run from behind the partition to the oil drums. Excellent. More mysteries. Wish we could solve a few before finding more, though. So Miss Guy tried to run. I'm sorry my sister's so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay. I didn't press this, did I? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, it was only 30. Wait, I did do this. Okay, we did do this. I'm gonna have to present something here. I saw it all. I had to use her cell instead. And I press this, right? So this redoes this, but and then the phone got updated. So I imagine the phone is important to one of these statements. The word muffler was overheard during a phone call. Muffler.
Muffler. I'm gonna muffler. When I arrested her, she mentioned the word muffler, but I don't. What is this order of events? Nope, that's not it. Damn it. What? Did she say muffler on the phone to Emma? Or did she mention the word muffler to the lady when after the arrest? Did she say muffler? When? I guess it's just weird. I'm not saying it's necessarily an answer, but here it says, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. So at the time of arrest, then it sounds like she said, oh, muffler, for whatever fucking reason. But on this, it's like, oh, she was on the phone with Emma and said muffler. Bum bum. Bum bum. Record. 712. Blue Badger. That's not gonna be a thing. Now I can't even remember. Is this the thing I literally just ended up doing? Did I already just do this and get... Alright, I should probably save to be safe. Fuck off. Save. She mentioned the muffler. Or did I do it on this one? Where did I try this already? Probably all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and just not take the L there. Gonna go ahead and... Chief Prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel... What is this? It's not like a thing to... So where's this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the car. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? Oh, that didn't give me anything. Shit. When I arrested her, she mentioned... I hate saying the word muffler. No more. No more. She made to escape. Can you be more specific? She brushed aside my hand and ran. It was a terrible sight to see, like a... Oh, I already read this. Damn it. Oh, God. Oh, God. So... Am I supposed to present that, like... Do I just do the floor plan? No. Damn it! Fuck! Nope. Nope. You will not penalize me. Fuck off. Get out of here. Okay, I don't know if it counted as the press thing here. I don't remember if I did that. See, because now I'm scared if I have to press before she reveals, like, something else, and then I don't know if I saved. If the save was before or after pressing there. What the fuck? Okay, when I arrested her... Bump, bump. Bump, bump. Re-examine this photo. There's not much else left of this photo to look at, is there? And a cell phone. I mean, it feels like the game is trying to point it out to me, like, fucking idiot. If she was trying to leave, if she was trying to make an escape, she's trying to make... Oh, God. I'm gonna have to look up a guide again, aren't I? After the murder, attempt to run behind a petition. Sure. It's not a contradiction. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her. It's not a contradiction. Something about muffler. Fine. I saw it all. Had to use the cell phone. I feel like it's got to be the statement or something. It's the Blue Badger, for sure. This doesn't have any more on it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Okay, let me see. This says to present. Have I not done this either? What? Slam. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lena Sky. Witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Star, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Oh, that's why you got the name. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Guy making that phone call. Oh. Oh, I guess once she moves back behind the wall thing. I mean, I'm not thinking, though. I've got the whole fucking timeline messed up. I don't know when the fuck. This makes no sense. The crime, commits crime, kills person in car trunk, moves behind wall, makes call then? But at what point was... I mean, if she saw the murder, I thought she's doing the ninja jump up the fence at that point. Like, I thought she's already making like, beeline towards Miss Sky, right? Like, I would think she's just on her way. Or hear it, maybe. I don't know. You could hear her on the phone? You could hear the phone ringing, maybe? Phones? I believe you see what I'm getting at. Nope. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If, indeed, you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it.
What? Order! Order! What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Grr. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. Can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... Uh-oh. This is another... Now that I only have 2 health. I need to... The witness lied about... I mean, my confusion is about the order of events, so I'm going to say the order of events. She lied about the order of events. This guy used that emergency phone before the murder.
Oh, I see. I hadn't thought of that.
I took the wind out of her sails. Mr. Wright, I hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but why would anyone use the emergency phone before the murder? Huh? Just when you think he can't sink any lower, he amazes us. I applaud you, Mr. Wright. You ordered the orange peel lunchbox, right?
Oh yes, that teaches me to not get excited before the evidence. Oh, got fucked.
Oh, shit. Nope. No. Oh, I can't skip it. The defense has failed. Oh, God. Okay, well, bullshit. Order of events are confusing me. Point. Good thing I saved. Oh, boy. Okay, not the order of events. Take that back. It's the, Is it just the very generic what she saw? She lied about what she saw. In other words, she didn't see Miss Guy using that emergency phone.
It does seem hard to imagine how she could have. Very logical.
What's the matter, Star? Cat got your lunchbox? Mr. Wright, hate to bother you while you're celebrating your victory, but you chose the wrong option again. But why would Miss Star lie like that? Huh? Why would she say that my sister had tried to use the phone but failed? Doesn't make any sense. Why lie about something so insignificant? Oh, dang, she's right. I mean, maybe she really did see her try to use the emergency phone. I see no room for doubt here. You ordered the patooey on rice, right? Oh, God. No! No! Maybe I'm just an idiot, you know? Maybe I'm just not... I've lost all grounds to complain about this game. It's only my doing. Alright. She lied about where she saw it then. I mean, okay, whatever. Fucking, maybe I'm in the wrong here. It could have been any of those choices. It's just literally whatever choice the game wants to, like, whatever thread the game is going to continue on. But all of those options could have been a thing. I could have picked this one, like, one of the wrong ones, and it could have been like, oh, yeah, you're right. And then they would explain the story from there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just picking blind like an idiot. Whatever. Miss Guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Oh, well... Edgeworth had, She still couldn't see the call, so even if she saw the murder, that part was fake. I guess Edgeworth had, like, at some point pointed to the record showing that a call was, or the emergency phone was broken for whatever reason.
significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie. I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. I'm gonna say security room. I'm gonna be very confident because this was a fact that was brought up and not touched upon. So I'd assume the game brought it up for a reason, that the security room overlooks this area. It would allow her to see the call. It would allow her to see it all. Oh, I have to point with triangle. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? She's shaken. How many years have I been getting the better of men to think that the tables could be turned? Today, a man has got the better of Angel Starr.
Order! Order! Witness! What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better.
I'm not turning back. I'll lie. For some reason still, the guilty will be punished, and I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty. Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? Doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. Oh, but then the photo. Who took the photo? Who was in that position to take the photo then? If Starr was in the... I would hope that this gets touched on. That truth still stands. It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So, tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright.
Huh? Me?
Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr... Again. Okay, here we go. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from... I guess maybe... Since I have such a thick skull, maybe it's good that the game keeps telling me the same things over and over. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? Difference in lighting? What distance to the crime? I mean, I would assume it's the angle. But I don't trust myself enough. Why? The angle at which she saw the crime occur would change.
The angle? What do you mean?
Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and, she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime.
And this is important. Why?
Oh, for fuck's sake, dude! No! No!
should have loaded. I thought the game was going to do something tricky. Nope. It's just going to tell me that I'm a fucking idiot. Love it. Love it. We're ending on a rough note here. This is... this is not... Fuck. Distance. Difference. Why would... Lighting. I don't know what the lighting has anything to do with this. Distance, go. It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye?
Well, witness.
You. Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. What a weird shtick. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend. Oh.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. What? What? No fucking way. No. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking lot in B block. Then I did the ninja jump over the fence.
That's quite a detour.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
5 minutes?
I think I know what... Yeah.
This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I swear on my finest plastic spork.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Yes. 5 minutes between the witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie. Okay. A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yarg.
Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. Witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. It was too close.
I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Get her out of here.
Uh-oh. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr.
Ah.
She's gonna like present a bomb. She's gonna blow the place up. She's gonna be like, wha-bam.
Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Woohoo! A triple-decker. Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time?
Another testimony? Jesus. Okay.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lena Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless. Decisive evidence.
There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensic department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really.
Prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Victim shoe, white enamel shoe. Bears traces of blood from Goodman and Lena Skye.
Okay.
Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
I can't believe it's still going.
Okay.
I should have mentioned those 5 minutes. Victim shoot. I'll bring this up.
2 types of blood.
So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence in court, you need it approved. To do that, evidence must be analyzed by a forensics expert. She got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective.
Shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it.
Well, man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe.
I assume this is going to be another thing where I have to press everything. Not a victim shoe.
You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant with a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie. Huh? Well, speak up.
Well, blood comes in 4 types. A, B, O, and AB.
However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood.
That's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright.
Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. But that's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten DNA test results. But they said there's very little doubt it could be anyone's but Miss Lena Skies.
So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe.
Ties her directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with the shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe?
Before I answer, I'm gonna save and say there's a problem.
If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now. But you couldn't take the heat, could you?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence.
Or was it the underneath for whatever reason? Take that! I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe.
Makes sense. Victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of the shoe? Oh, I gotta do a thing. It's a different type of shoe. Date and time of death. I'm like trying to have a brain blast right now. Is it something here? I mean, it doesn't look like she's standing in a pool of blood or anything. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Aha!
As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. Objection back! Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Order! 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 Well, witness.
What? Huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction, but then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh,
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? Help me, Edgeworth. I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end.
but she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Rawr. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that? I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory.
Witness? Well, was the oil drum empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
You don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
That ties things up quite nicely. Bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
Why? That's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, this guy's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong the trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor?
Very well.
But Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lena Sky.
Oh shit. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well. I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait. Witness, don't tell me you have something else. There's no way you can drag this further.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments, and you'll be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough up, Queen. Look at this. Another damn picture.
A photograph.
I had it just in case anyone had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind, immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia.
Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't.
then it will be too late. Look at this photograph. Okay, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Are you wrong? I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is this in the tailpipe? I mean, what is this? What is this?
Problem in this photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
I can't believe they're still... A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony.
What?
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us why you think this piece of cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
The word muffler was overheard.
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler. Yarg. Yarg. I'm a pirate. Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. Oh.
She lost 2,000 life points.
Well, seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do evidence there is a lot. Have the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. Verdict will wait until we've seen all of the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so.
Oof. That was close. But we made it. At least for now. This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all, and I've got all these boxes to eat. Still hungry?
To be continued. Oh my god. That felt like it went on forever. Jesus. Alright, and that's gonna end it. End the stream. We went, what, an hour and a half. Holy shit. I had like set a max of like 3 hours and I went over it. I just didn't think the trial would go that long. Alright, cool. That'll be the Sunday stream. I'm not going to be back on later tonight or anything. I've got, like I said, things to do. People to see. Things to do. So yeah. Enjoy your Sunday. It's still quite early. Enjoy your Sunday. I should be back tomorrow night with something. It's kind of weird now because we finished Dicey Dungeons. We're getting closer to finishing Phoenix Wright here. So, I mean, we're in the second half. We're starting the second half of May. I'd assume this month, these last 2 weeks of the month, we're really gonna like be wrapping up quite a bit of games. So, I'll have to kind of figure out what we're gonna do for this week beyond. But, yeah. Until tomorrow night. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I hope if you're watching this, you're not as frustrated with my performance, especially in today's episode. And yeah, I'll give my mind a little break here, and then we'll reconvene another time to, I guess, do more trialing. Until then, enjoy your Sunday. Bye. Bye. Bye.